Welcome everyone into the Plunkett Shield. We're back here again. We did alright in the one-day campaign. We'll quickly showcase that, and then we'll just give you an update on how Philip, Sutherland, Allen, and Williams went in international duty. But yeah, let's showcase the one-day cup and just the standings of where we finished. We've got 3 wins in the end. I was pretty happy with that. We got 2 in a row, effectively. So we'll quickly go over these. Obviously, you guys were last here for that thrilling final where Canterbury won by 4 wickets. And obviously, just recapping that match, we probably could have done a wee bit better at 64 for 5 in that game, just reflecting on that. But anyhow, played Central Districts first, 281 for 8, with Jacob Duffy 4 for 52, 2 for 48 for Kitson. And 255 all out in response with Cox 96, Bruce 35. Few starts from Allen and Aswood, Fulcher 28. The key moment in this game was the run out, actually, because these two put on a good partnership. Them two there, and we had a bit of hitting from Truscott at the end. But 3 fists for Grays and Tool. They did a tidy enough job with the ball. So none of these results are horrendous, you know. We didn't lose out that badly. We just didn't do one facet of the game too well. So 257 all out here, Canterbury. 72 for Ken McClure, top scorer. A lot of 30s and 20s contributed in that innings as well. But the standout performance of this innings was Jacob Duffy, 5 for 44. He's an exceptional bowler for us at this level. Wish he got a few more goes for the Black Cats, but that's just the way it is. 246 for Kitson was quite economical, and Fulcher 258. Wee tidy performance from the spinner. And 217 all out in response. It looked pretty average there for a while, but Muller and Ray got us over the 200 mark and put a respectful scoreline then. Fulcher 41 and Cooper 41 and Aswood 37. They got us off to a solid platform, these two, but they were scoring very slow. Tyrone Kane, as you saw in the first innings, handy runnable 15, but he got 3 for 43 in this game, 2 for 37 for Ferguson. I must be referring to his batting in the next game, but anyhow. Conchi 2 for 53. Canterbury 286 for 9. Ken McClure batting right through 102. Yeah, Tyrone Kane 60. We had them 128 for 5. We're bowling quite well. Michael Ray 5 for 57. Muller 2 for 57. Fulcher 1 for 52. Duffy was very tidy as well. It wasn't a bad bowling performance actually. I thought we bowled with great discipline. Kitson was the most expensive, but that could easily happen. We got 241 all out in response with Fulcher, 71 of 61. He's having a good campaign in the one-day competition. We'll go over that in the end-of-season review, but he's really coming on leaps and bounds, to say the least. So, yeah, share of the wickets for Williams, Ferguson, and Kane. Just a wee bit better than us on the day, Canterbury. With nothing but pride to play for, we played Northern Districts. Got 332 for 9 with Finn Allen getting his first List A 100 for Otago. 102 off 97, 15 fours, 1 6. Taylor, 67 off 61, 13 boundaries. Hamish Rutherford put a lot of impetus into the innings. Just shows how classy he still is. He'll probably fill in a role 4 or 5 as long as he wants it in the team. I'm not going to put him in the free agency. I think he's just a handy acquisition here. Obviously, you could tell by his just handy enough numbers in the 20-over campaign. He got a handy contribution in the one-day cup as well. Kind of fell apart a wee bit, but at least we had a big score on the board. Randall, 3 for 67 for them. 2 for Southey, Ferns, and Cougarline. We bowled them out for 284 with 3 for 59 for Fulcher. He got key wickets as well. He got the wicket of Southey, he got the wicket of Mercer, and he got the wicket of Graham at a very important time. And 2 for Muller, Hall, and Ray. Capped off a pretty good performance on a batting wicket there for Otago. Then we played Central Districts. We bowled them out for 215. Jacob Duffy, exceptional. Another 5 for 23. How many 5s has he got in his career? He's got 7 5s in one-day cricket, which is pretty remarkable, actually. Like, it's very hard to get 1 or 2 in your career. He's got 7. And, yeah, 2 for Fulcher again, and 1 for Muller, Hall, and Ray. And, yeah, in response, it was a tough chase. Effectively, we had a bit of a reshuffle. I think Henry Cooper did a tidy enough job at that part of the order, 51 of 70. 7 boundaries. Fulcher, 32 of 27, 6 boundaries there. Taylor, 59 up front. Got us over the line. We did finish last year, but a lot of respect on the scoreline. Now, just to quickly showcase the internationals. We'll just bring up their statistics here, I think, just to showcase the tour of Sri Lanka. So pretty much these are the test matches for Fred against Sri Lanka. He got 96 and 170. Got a couple of 50s against them as well. Fred will get his things there sorted soon. Glenn Phillips got an 85. Struggled a wee bit in the test matches. He's still got to adjust to that level. But yeah, an 85 opening the batting wasn't too bad from him. We've got Shane Williams that we'll quickly showcase as well. So Shane's bowling performances were very bad. Pretty much coming back to the Volks with no form whatsoever. Massive confidence drop. So these are over 10 overs, of course, and that's hence why we got done. At the end of the day, his figures are pretty tough on him because you got to think at the end of the day he was playing in Sri Lanka, spinning wickets, and it's very tough going. Who else do we have? Finn Allen. Finn Allen, I think, got a few games for them. Yeah, he got the ODI where he got 8. So there we go. There is the cap of the tour. I'll showcase that as well. New Zealand are last there. That's awful. I just saw a glimpse of that. So Series 5, and we were absolutely destroyed. Without further ado, guys, I will name the team, and we'll be back with the Otago Volts. So here's our team for the game against Canterbury. Obviously, we want to pick up a few wins in the Plunket Shield and just show gradual improvement there. This is the only trophy we want to win left. Want to win it a few times for the Koreans. Obviously, this will be a big career with plenty more seasons to come. But anyhow, we've got Aswood, Cooper at 2, Rutherford at 3. Rutherford getting in because of previous performances in the limited overs stuff. Cox at 4. Cox is going to be an established number 4 for Otago, hence why I haven't put Fred there. Fred, when you think about it, he's going to be in the Black Caps most of the time. So he's going to fill a role at 5 when he comes back in where he started his career. Be good to see him get amongst the runs. Phillips at 6 and keeper. So we've got Daryl Mitchell into the team at 7, and we've got Foxcroft as well at 8. So Fulcher, I want to see in here when we see him with the green, the sort of the violet other first class. We want to see him get a few runs and a few wickets before I call him in. Performances have been okay, but we need him to start stepping up in that aspect. So we've got Muller, Duffy, and Ray. We've got a pretty experienced bowling attack coming in. Obviously, we want Williams and Kay to get into some form because they have struggled. Before we start as well, there is the form of Kay in the Big Bash. He started off okay, he was quite disciplined, and he was still disciplined throughout. He just didn't get many wickets. But that was a good wee experience for Tim Kay early in his career, so we'll showcase his statistics for the Sydney side. 13 games, he got 11 wickets in the end, average of 24. Very economical, which was pleasing to see. So give him a bit of time to develop his craft. Obviously, Williams, we spoke about, didn't have a very good tour of Sri Lanka, so he's just going to be back in the seconds, just getting some form in that back. Hopefully, he can get up to about 1.5 star form. Same with Kay, and then we can put them in this team. The update on Bickerton as well. He's been chipping away there for a while. He's just got to keep gradually improving his stats. He had a wee bit of a T20 campaign. So Truscott and Kitson, one of them will get another game or an opportunity in the Plunket Shield. Just trying to give people an overview of what my plans are with this team. Taylor will get another game. I'd say a few of these New Zealand players will be away anyway, and then we'll pretty much go from there. So they've got a pretty good stable team. They've obviously got Sheet and Ferguson. Corbyn's a handy bowler. McConchy, Latham and Nichols as well. So they're actually pretty stacked. So we have got the conditions. I'm going to bat first, and hopefully we do a good job here and get us to a good start. But got to look out for Fraser's Sheet. He is always causing me problems. Yeah, we just want a good performance in the Plunket Shield, put up some good fighting performances. Maybe target 2 wins in the 5 games that are remaining in the season. And just try and build towards that moment effectively where we get to the next season with a few guys a bit more experience under their belts, etc. It's a beautiful shot from Cooper. Probably will keep a lot of the experienced men around. It's just a wee lesson I've learned from previous save files where I'm running at a budget and then the board sign new players. You rather keep some of your veterans around that have proven enough performance. They may not contribute as much as what they would normally. But that's my strategy going into this one, so let's see how it pans out. We will still have enough youth players in that round and build them up, etc. 36 without loss now, as Otago really not going anywhere. We're only going at 1.8 and over. Just want to survive the first session maybe, and then up the rate. So Aswoods, a few loose deliveries there from Canterbury. They haven't really given us much, as mentioned. It's a good shot from Cooper down the ground, hooks it for 4. Otago have battled their way to 54 without loss. So yeah, definitely really keen just to showcase that, to say the least. So 60 for 1 after 32 overs, and we've got Cooper on 25, Rutherford on 4. Aswood just dismissed before the end of the session. All the hard work he had done come to an end. Just around the grounds, oh boy, Central Districts rolled for 98, and Auckland 116 for 8. At least we're showing a bit better resilience than the other two teams that opted to bat. See a bit of seaming conditions around. Hamish Rutherford coming in for his first Plunket Shield game. He's only a few games away from getting 100 games, first class and one day for Otago. He's had a pretty remarkable career, Rutherford. He's 36 years of age now, but he's still a man that you want in the squad just for mentor, and like if we've got a few players away, he can fill a gap and maybe contribute a few runs here and there. That's what we want from him at the end of the day. If he can compile enough there. It's good shots. Driven very awkwardly for 4, but he gets it away. No, you'd say he was in control of that shot, but it was a pretty dicey way he played it. Henry Cooper's just grinding away like he usually does. He's just been quiet the last couple of seasons. So I think he's got a lot to give as an opener. Got a lot of openers in this team, obviously, and we want him to continue to perform. He's playing a miss. 48 overs gone. 102 for 1. It's a good shot. Cooper gets across to the ball and back foot punches it for 4. And that's 50 for Henry Cooper. Well batted. Just backing up his reasonably good one-day 50 that he got in the last game with a 50 here, so it's good to see. And Rutherford's been trapped, LBW. He has contributed a partnership, though, with Cooper. That brings Jeffrey Cox to the crease. Jeffrey will go about his business. He's a promising up-and-coming cricketer for Otago. He's sort of delivered runs. Is going about his business very quietly. He's had a few good performances, although Ferguson has struck again. He's got him trapped LBW for 12, and Fred Sutherland comes to the crease. Probably looking for a few runs for the next Black Caps tour. Probably won't get too many opportunities for the Otago team this season. It's good shots. Averaging 61. He's played 23 first-class games this season at 59, so he's getting close to his average. It's a class act. Wee bit of turn there for Cole McConchie, but equally well played. Please Foxcroft, to say the least, because we do have a spinner in the team. Although Foxcroft, as mentioned, hasn't got great numbers for us, but we've got to play him. He is a black cap at the end of the day, and they do see something in him. And Cooper has gone. All his hard work has been unravelled. He hasn't kicked on. He's out for 50 out of 182 deliveries, 6 fours. In that innings, brings Glenn Phillips to the crease. It's a good shot from Fred. That's just class. Down the ground, 4 runs. Tentaville day 1, 167 for 4 after 64 overs. So we'll get updates around the ground. Wellington are in control of that, and Northern Districts are cruising in that as well. Phillips will want to get a few runs under his belt and can get himself in contention for Black Cap selection again, if he can. It's a lovely shot. He's been a revelation for us. He got his opportunities just because of his few big scores at the start of the season for the Otago side. It's a good shot. Gets the drive in that out. It's 181 for 4 now. And that is a wicket. Glenn Phillips is gone. Gone for 18. Daryl Mitchell in. Harold Mitchell was a veteran, but a handy guy to have in the team. Like, his numbers are not outstanding for Otago, but he does contribute here and there. And magnificently, he got a 5 for one of the games for Otago. I can't even recall when that happened. But he's gone anyway. Like, that. It's put Otago in a very, very average position now. Like, we've got to knuckle down a bit. See Fred Sutherland still there. Foxcroft has done a wee bit for the Black Caps, but he's been away. 650s 100 shows he's up to the level. He's just got to come in and get some runs for us today. And obviously we want to post around the 275 plus mark. So obviously with the overhead conditions, like, there is going to be a bit of swing. It's obviously a wee bit of turn in the surface. It's actually a real test for the batsmen. So the more runs we get, the easier it is for us. Fred, I believe, is closing in on 50. It's a good shot from Foxcroft. Fred will up his scoring rate if we do lose a couple more wickets as well. Just got to have faith a wee bit. It's a good shot from Foxcroft. Just used the pace of the delivery, kept it on the ground and got 4 for it. 224 for 6. As Fred Sutherland cruises to 50. He's played some beautiful shots so far. He'll want to bat very deep into this innings. Make sure his Otago side, his beloved Otago side, gets a few runs on the board, to say the least. It's been a pretty intriguing first day of Plunket Shield. I'd say Canterbury is slightly in front at the moment, but if we can get close to 300, it's game on. So I think the surface is going to cut up. This is just masterclass from Fred. Just rocks off the back foot with ease. And we've lost Foxcroft, so Canterbury have pegged it back into their favour. Out for 23. Travis Muller to the crease now. And the 250's up for Otago as Fred drives it elegantly down the ground. He's on 69 off 88, 10 forwards, 1-6. Oh, don't want... No! Get up, get up. Get up, Fred. Shake it off. Shake it off. I think he's okay. Oh, what a relief. Would have been a disaster if Fred was injured before the tour. The Black Cats would have been sweating on that because he's been one of their better players. And Muller's out for next to nothing. Fred's going to have to up his rate and just hog the strike a wee bit. That kept a bit low, that delivery. Okay, 259 for 8 now, Otago. It's a good shot again. Into the gap, 4 runs, 263 for 8 now, Otago. Hooks that really hard. That was a tracer bullet off the bat, and we go to 269 for 8 because there was no ball. And finds the gap again. Fred Otago closing in on that 300, which is what they're targeting. And just beats the diving fielder. Fred is closing in on another 100. Oh, he's got a bit of a leading edge. Have we spoke too soon? Yes, we have. Fred Sutherland has gone for 89 of 109. But he held the innings together. And it's given our team a wee bit of a chance. Duffy gets a lucky edge away for 4. 287 for 9. Last over of the day. Michael Ray gets a hook away for 4. Closing on 300. It's a good shot. Very well hit from Ray. End of day 1, 295 for 9 off 96 overs. Seen how Mark Adair has been going as well. It doesn't have anything up. That game is Northern Districts there for the taking. And ooh, that game's closed up a bit. Wellington struggling a bit there as well. And Jacob Duffy has been dropped as we try to inch our way to 300. 298. And, oh, this is a terrible start to the day for Canterbury. Couple of opportunities, and they've let that slip, and that's not going to happen again. 299 Otago, just one short of the 300. 50s to Cooper and Sutherland. A good fight from Rutherford and Aswood there, but it's probably not enough on the board, but you'll see if we have enough. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive here. See, just search for the wickets. Ray and Muller experienced pair opening up. So Michael Ray has got the wickets early on at Boyle. So 17 for 1 early on. Going to rotate people out because we've obviously got to use Jacob Duffy. Can use the seamers quite a bit. Part-timers going through. We've got 2 part-time bowlers really, so we're just got to use them very, very wisely. So 80 for 1 after 27 Canterbury. Latham and Carter on 31 apiece. Deer amongst the wickets. Foxcroft's been tidy enough, so he's got through a wee bit of overs. So it's just been all Canterbury. We're going to swap the lengths in that round now. We're just going to be proactive and just try something a bit differently. Try to frustrate them at one end. Muller and will come out, and we'll bring in Daryl Mitchell. Just asking Daryl just to bowl a tidy line and length. Hopefully it can be economical because our bowlers will tire out, obviously, since the main 3 have got to get through the bulk. Jacob Duffy will just get his field in that spread, I think. For a few overs. This is dominance from Latham and Carter, to say the least. It's not looking that threatening at the moment. We're going to up the aggression again. We're going to come around the wicket. And we're just going to bowl into the stumps a wee bit with a wee bit more aggression. Has paid off to an extent. Latham's trying to be aggressive there. He's got a leading edge and get the wicket. More importantly, he's out for 94. So we have done that aspect pretty well. 10 of all day 2, 212 for 2. And you'd say Canterbury are in complete control of this game. Well, let's bowl a lot of overs. We've got to get through some spin. Come around the wickets. Try and pitch it up to these 2. Just try something a bit different. Miller out the attack. Duffy in for maybe 2 to 3 overs. Foxcroft just not getting anything. He's just not quite there as a bowler, unfortunately. But he's may have worked his magic here, and he has got the wicket of Carter. Magnificent score from Carter, though. 112 of 205. 12 fours, 1-6. We don't talk too often about the performances of the other team's batting, but Latham and Carter have just gone away, knuckled down, and put their team in a very strong position. They are a quality side, as you saw in the one-day and T20 comps. They are very good units. Got a wee bit of aggressiveness going on there. Ray has got the wicket of McClure. Give them around 370, 380, you know, and then maybe get enough for chase would be quite good. End of day 2, 300 for 4 Canterbury. A good day's batting for them, and this is the scores from the other game. Do you think Northern Districts will wrap that up? And Auckland have got a commanding lead, 276 for 5. Getting through the heap of work. The seam bowlers for Otago. Just going to try a short pitch plan there for a while. Just Muller's going to go full and change it up a wee bit. Go back to the middle. There's not enough strike power at the moment. Foxcroft will come back in to the attack. And he is getting the odd wicket here and there. It's been our pick of the bowlers, surprisingly. That's not a very good shot from McConchie, as he departs for 22 off 68 deliveries, and Foxcroft is putting on a very good performance here. Picked ahead of Fulcher, obviously because of his batting ability, and he's come in and he's taking wickets, so he's definitely delivering on the bowling front. Gonna get Daryl Mitchell in for a few overs as well. Just give our main options a rest. We don't want any injuries in the camp. We can. Michael Ray into the attack again, changing the area. We'll bowl short of a length. Not a bad spell from Foxcroft. We'll get him through a few more overs. Ray, 31 overs, 2 for 108. Toiled away for not much reward. Come around the wicket, tried different angles. Lunch interval day 3, 397 for 6. Canterbury, more importantly, got a lead of 98. Nichols, 83 there at the moment. And Sheet, 22. Probably looking for the declaration pretty soon. Canterbury. Jacob Duffy gets his first wicket. He's got a wicket a sheet for 38 of 74. Fraser's sheet has proven that he can bat a little bit at the first class level, and he's got a wealth of experience at international level as well. Duffy will pick up another wicket. He's got the wicket of Corbin for 8. 1 for 104. Foxcroft coming in to try and add to his wicket tally. So Canterbury are in the box seat. They are probably either going to win or draw at worst. We've just got to try and bat out some overs. So Foxcroft picked up another one. Can he get a 5 for Foxcroft? Bring Daryl Mitchell in at the other end. And Dean Foxcroft, probably his best bowling performance for Otago in the first class level. 5 for 109. To see if that is indeed his best figures for the Otago side. It is. He's got 2 fifers in his career. I wish he could get up to a better average though. Like his career average is good. His test match career is respectful. Just when he didn't get a few more runs. So yeah, we've got a bit of work to do. Aswood and Cooper to into the game, but 183 behind. Plenty of time in this game. Canterbury will be looking for an innings victory. Just got to show some good resilience here. We've got to get a few more than what we did last innings. A few boundaries to start off the innings for Otago. This is not one-day cricket, Cooper. That's a pretty audacious shot, to say the least. 21 without loss. So Aswood rocks off the back foot. That is 4. And we've got Fraser Sheet. Probably one of their key men getting taken apart a wee bit. It's good shots. It's 4 runs. More importantly, I want a stable partnership to get things going again. 41 without loss. 46 without loss. That is 4 runs. 50 up for Otago. A few maidens starting to build up. The scoreboard going nowhere. Just the pressure to try and get a wicket from Canterbury. Last few overs are definitely quiet. We're just going to show enough patience, get past that period of not scoring, and just pick up on the opportunities that will present themselves. Few buys slipping through from the Canterbury keeper. Seeded 10 extras already. We're only at 70. Oh, that's a good shot from Aswood. It's a no ball as well. Reached the 37 off 69 Cooper, 28 off 58. So Otago try to get this lead under 100 and pretty much just bat in little increments. And that's the first wicket of the second innings for Canterbury. Williams has got the wicket of Aswood for 43 off 78. To bring the experienced Hamish Rutherford to the crease. So Rutherford rocks off the back foot. Gets off the mark almost immediately with the boundary. Cooper's played a bit of a wonky shot. So he's got it into the gap though. It's another boundary. 100 for 1. Otago. I think Cooper's got a wee bit of confidence in that back too, just in recent times. A couple of scores past 40 in the past 3 bats, and that's a beautiful catch. And Hamish Rutherford will depart for 12, and it brings Jeffrey Cox in. A couple of big moments in this Plunkett Shield campaign coming up for Cox. If he can just get a few 50s, few 100s, that's pretty much, he's going to be a key man for Otago for the years to come. I think he's a solid performer. Those numbers are very respectful. 44 and 43 the averages. It needs to improve on this 20 over stuff, but they'll get there. Only 22 years of age. A big future ahead. Oh, Cooper, he's done the hard graft again. He's gone for 45 this time. Fred Sutherland at the crease. End of day 3, 120 for 3 after 36. Game is still going, but you'd think Wellington have wrapped that game. Auckland have wrapped that game up, sorry. You think the key man on this day will be Fred Sutherland. He was just really good in that first innings. Had to go for it. He had to play a bit of an innings to get through. for Otago to 299. So he's got another boundary away. Needs support though. Needs Philip Mitchell or Foxcroft. Well, two of them to contribute with him. Some decent partnership. So Otago can bat themselves into a position of safety. There's Cox. Gets it away for another extra from Canterbury. The extras have added up a wee bit. 15 in this innings. May not seem much, but that is a substantial amount in this amount of overs in the second innings. It's a good shot from Fred Sutherland. He rocks off the back foot. Lead's only 6 now. It's a good shot. Drifting onto the pads. Helped on its way for 4. And again, another one drifting into the pads, and Cox is just finding the gaps and getting boundaries for them. He's closing in on 50. And we've got a lead in this game now. From the Otago point of view, it's positive stuff. 50 for Cox of 67 deliveries, 8 boundaries. And Sutherland gets another boundary. Just getting into his work. He's moved to 29 of 54 deliveries. It's a good delivery from Ferguson. And 200 up for Otago in the second innings. 202 for 3. We've got a lead in 19 at the moment. Good shots for 4. Bat well in this first session. We've got 39 minutes to go. We've got to close this one out with these two at the crease, really, just so we can be assured probably of reasonable chance of safety, even though it could collapse. But a lead of 44. 46 run lead at lunch interval day 4. So Cox and Sutherland did a brilliant job so far in this session. And immediately after the lunch break, Fred Sutherland goes for 43 off 89, 5 boundaries in that innings. Be happy to get a few sort of scores, Fred. Oh, here we go. Fraser Sheet's got the wicket of Phillips. He's gone for a duck. Brings experience of Daryl Mitchell at the crease. Cox has got to step up. He's got to step up in a big way. He's got to carry the innings to something safe. So 244 for 5 at the moment are the Otago Volts. Daryl Mitchell, can he provide enough support for him for a wee while at least? So we want Daryl Mitchell to come up with 35 or 40. It's a good shot. It's full toss, hit for 4. Otago get that lead closer to 100. We're batting in the last session and we've got enough wickets in hand. We should be able to bat at least half an hour, 40 minutes out of it. Daryl Mitchell, he's gone now. He's gone for 18 off 54 deliveries, and it brings Dean Foxcroft to the crease. Yeah, a bit of a streaky shot there from Cox, but he gets it away for 4. And it's league buys. 4 more. 282 for 6. 100 run lead up for Otago, more importantly. And these runs are golden as the keeper lets another lot of buys through. 24 extras. And that is 100 for Cox, I believe. Well deserved. And he is really giving the Otago team a chance of getting a draw on this game. So Cox has brought up, I believe, his third first class 100. He's getting that average close to 50. And he's had a wee bit of support so far. It's a good shot from Foxcroft as he gets that away for 4. Important innings for Foxcroft as well. Just he's got to support his mate. Batting it time out of the game. Oh, that should have been taken, and that would have made things very interesting going into that last session. Otago lead by 131 with 4 wickets in hand. They'll just be looking to bat enough time out of the session. Probably just bat the session out effectively. And that's a key wicket. Auckland will target 25 overs to bat to get a score here. We've got to be careful that we do bat out enough time, get a few runs on the board, to say the least. At least we're batted okay in both the innings. Like, as mentioned, Canterbury are a really decent side at the moment in this career mode. We've got some talent ourselves, but at the end of the day, some of our talent's still developing. So good shot from Muller. 344 for 7. Lead of 162 for Otago. Giving Canterbury any sniff of victory. And they will declare now Otago at 350 for 7. Give their bowlers something to bowl at. Just to be absolute safe. And Michael Ray will get a wicket of Latham. Just getting in the good channel and getting a wicket. So Muller is going through his paces as well. Canterbury are going to go pretty much 57 for 2 off 19 overs with Ray and Muller picking up a wicket there for the team. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the performance. You'd think Foxcroft shouldn't have been man of the match. It should have been Nichols with his 134, but anyhow, that's a positive enough performance, but at the end of the day, it's still not a win. Not too far off Canterbury, who are actually second last. So we will play another Plunket Shield game this season, obviously, as the season wraps up. That's really annoying. Hall got injured for 3 weeks, so he probably would have got a game. Key man back, Mark Adair. It's good to see Mark Adair back, so you guys will see him most likely in action. Who's our next game going to be against? We will play the Northern Districts game here. So we'll play the second to last game. That'll be the last game we showcase this season on episode. So smash the like button as usual, guys. Comment on the video. Be good to see you guys in the Discord as well. But enough from me for now, and we'll see you next time.